Every time a Blue Eyes player draws Sage into Cards of Consonance into Melody of Awakening Dragon, another Blue Eyes player is born. And that's just how it is.
All right, here we go.
Often imitated, the biggest win ever. It never duplicated.
The comments, I'm not ready.
Oh, the original. And is it going to be any different this week?
I don't think so, man. Billy Kamel here. K-pause. I just forgot what I was going to say.
Circus here coming at you. First tournament, you're like, all right, Ken Hawk, take it back, search a card. Man, I'm cruising. This is great.
Ken Hawk.
Join us each week as we track decks and see how they perform in tournaments around the community. This is the DLE Power Rankings. What's up, everybody? Circus here coming at you with this week's Power Rankings video. And this week is, wow. I don't know what to say, but Kamel is here. What's up?
I'm doing better than the power rankings. That's all I can say.
Right. So I guess if you're new here, what we do each week is we track decks as they're played in tournaments throughout the community, and then we see how they finish, and then we assign them points based on how they finish. So if a deck gets a first place finish, it gets 6 points. A second place finish is 4 points. A top 4 is 2 points, and a top 8 is a single point.
That's right, Circus. And to keep the power rankings consistent, all of the tournaments we track have to have the same format, that being rounds of Swiss into a top cut, and with a deck format being one deck with a 7-card side where you can side in skills. And on screen now are the tournaments that met that criteria this week. We have the Battle Phase Series, the Meta Freakly Series, Mamaker Cup, Draft Bi-Weekly, and the Dark World Legacy. Yeah.
So 11 tournaments in all.
Nice. And this is a new box week, so high participation this week.
So you might be, high participation, and you might be a little surprised because, let's see, we're just going to jump right to number 3.
Huh?
Number 3.
Automats is the same thing every single duel.
Automats. Coming in at the 3rd spot is Automats. Last week they were in 3rd place. 2 weeks before that they were in 4th place, then 4th place. They're just always near like the bottom half of the power rankings. But representation up this week. Top 8 finishes up this week.
Yeah, I don't know. We were talking a lot of crap about Automats over the past couple of weeks, but they are the only deck that is not the next 2 decks we're talking about to survive the onslaught of Godzilla versus King Kong.
Exactly.
At the top, duking it out. Automats are the only people to survive the fallout of them dominating the tournament scene. And I'd like to see this more from them. More decks main decking, Treacherous Trap Hole. Straight up, you need to be able to remove more cards from the field as Automats. You have the ability to bring out a lot of Xyz monsters, but you need to remove your opponent's threats and the ones that move around a lot like they have in Blue Eyes and Star-Lords. So a Treacherous Trap Hole. A lot of other decks are utilizing it to their advantage. Automats should too.
Well, you got to be able to remove 2 monsters quick a lot of times. That's why Treacherous Trap Hole is doing so well right now. So I actually, when that card first came out, we all hated it. But now it's like, man, I hope I can run Tretch in this deck, because if I can, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only way you can make Automats better with what we have now, you know. The summoning is great. The draw power is great. You just need more easy ways for destruction.
Well, they got 3 offerings and 2 treacherous trap holes.
Offerings was the only form they were playing before, but a lot of the times we were seeing it was not enough, and losing a draw as your only form of destruction is pretty rough sometimes. So Tretch should have.
The only thing they could do next is maybe throw Lightning Vortex in there.
That would be
just too much. Too much.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's move on to number 2, I guess.
Already?
Number 2.
I'm dying on the inside a little bit. By a little bit, I mean a lot.
Blue Eyes. All right, coming in at 2nd place with 52 points. And look at that representation. This is the highest. The highest.
100 people got the top 32. 100.
Yes. 388 people played this deck over 11 tournaments.
This is a Duel Links world record.
It definitely is a power rankings record for sure.
This is definitely 11 tournaments in a week, 388 people play Blue Eyes.
Almost 400 people. That's insane.
A lot of this is because people are losing faith in the other decks, straight up. So many of the other decks that were falling out of the meta and that were previously in that tier 3 range that were bringing in around 10 to 20 points every week, they are gone. People are abandoning them. They're not bringing in the results against Blue Eyes. They're converting. If you can't beat them, join them, baby.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Exactly.
Joining the Blue Eyes army. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I don't even know what else to say. Yeah.
Every time a Blue Eyes player draws Sage into Cards of Consonance into Melody of Awakening Dragon, another Blue Eyes player is born. And that's just how it is.
Oh, that's great. I'm just thinking of what is that? It's a Wonderful Life. Every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Every time that card is played, a Blue Eyes player is born.
Every day a sucker's born, dude. And Blue Eyes is just ridiculously consistent. We're seeing now that people are opting to run just about any combination of back row that people want. Treacherous was extremely popular for the last couple weeks and was by far the best in-slot option. There's a win in the draft bi-weekly with 3 Karma Cut. Like, you didn't even have to change anything. You could play a Blue Eyes deck from a month ago, 2 months ago, and
be
still
just fine,
win the tournament, you know?
But to be fair, when we look at the number 1 deck, we're going to see there was definitely a direct line in the sand of this deck can win, or this, you can't win anymore. We're the only ones winning now, and that's what we're going to see when we look at number 1. So let's do that now.
Number 1.
It's a 2-0. Whoa.
Stick and Chair Dark Lords.
All right, and this was the deck I was talking about that drew a line in the sand and said, only this deck can win, because if you look, every tournament that we tracked after the new box came out was won by Dark Lords.
Yeah, Circus, 5 tournament wins on the week, and only getting its new shiny card halfway through the week. 114 representation with Stick and Chair Dark Lords, and they take first place on the power rankings this week.
Ridiculous, yeah.
Sniffus, one of the best pilots of Dark Lords, winning with 3 FA Hang On Mech. If you don't know why people are playing this new deck, which from now on, after this week, will be called Carlords.
Carlords?
Carlords. Right. After this week, that's the official name.
Yep.
Basically, FA Hang On Mech, when it's over level 7, banishes any cards you send from the hand to the graveyard. And, it can't be destroyed by opponents' monster effects that have a level lower than it. So basically, it just says no you to Blue Eyes. That's essentially it. And a big advantage that this deck has is this deck is always consistent. Blue Eyes has been bricking more and more often in comparison to this deck. This deck opening a playable hand every single turn, opening Dark Lords or Stick and Chair. Now you can also open Hang On Mech and be okay as long as you have the skill level augmentation. You don't even have to have summonable Dark Lords in your hand. You can still use them to get your win condition against Blue Eyes. So just so versatile, very consistent, and it has an easy win condition against the most popular and best deck. That is not this deck. So no wonder FA Tier 0.
But did you see that it beat Blue Eyes by 1 point, but it also started much later in the week. It was Wednesday on.
We have a new king, I think.
Yeah, I think so too.
After next week, it'll definitely be solidified. But come on, getting your new shiny card halfway through the week, and then you blow Blue Eyes with 388 people out of the water, and you have less than a third of the participation.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
That is insane. People are definitely going to have to figure out how to beat FA Hang On Mech. It is a devastating monster that is easily able to get its extremely oppressive effect with the use of Dark Lords. So
Dark Lords on the next ban list. That's all I'm saying.
The deck is extremely good right now. This is best deck right now.
All right, let's take a look real quick at a glance stuff here. Overall representation. Look at Blue Eyes, automats, and then there were so many different versions of Stick and Chair Dark Lords this week. There was like Dark Lords with FAs. There were Stick and Chair Dark Lords with FA. So we try to keep them separate. So thanks to the guys for doing that. But the dominant deck was the Stick and Chair Dark Lords with FA. So,
I see them all three. Yeah.
Yep. So that's what you see there. But Blue Eyes, Automats, and Dark Lords are the big ones. Thunder Dragons, Water Deck, all this stuff dropping way off right now.
Yeah, those decks are done. Those decks are done.
And you can see Stick and Chair Dark Lords with FA, 15% conversion rate. That's really good.
Winning the power rankings and a 15% conversion rate, that's a new record. No way.
I think so, yeah.
That has to be a new record. No way a deck that has won the power rankings has got 15% conversion rate.
And then look at the top 8 finishes here. Blue Eyes with 20, but Dark Lords with 5 tournament victories. Just poops all over.
Yeah, just beats them in wins in points off that.
And then check out this tier list, Kamal. When I looked at it, I'm like, this is the only thing that makes sense to me. Honestly, if it wasn't statistics, you could probably drop Blue Eyes down, right? I mean, really.
You could probably drop Blue Eyes down. Next week, we'll definitely
see that.
Drop Blue Eyes down.
It was Dark Lords, sure. Blue Eyes, then 20 points down is Automat. So I'm like, there's no way you can make that a tier 2 deck.
Yeah, definitely not. And we're going to be going a while with this as the meta, post KC Cup. We usually don't see a ban list around this time until right before the regional rep qualifier.
So yeah, get comfy.
Another month, 6 weeks, another month to 2 months until we get a ban list. So,
all right, now let's take a look at the full list. This is where you guys are going to be like shaking your head and be like, why'd you guys only do a top 3? Wait till you see these numbers. It's not even funny.
Oh,
yeah.
I was like, seven.
I'm like, everything out of the top 3 is now a rogue deck.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wow. Look at that.
You and Herf are going to have a lot to talk about on rogue decks this week.
I mean, look at that. That's just terrible. God. I'm like, there's no way we could highlight DDD and Heroes and put them in the power rankings. I mean, they're like 25 points behind the next deck. That's ridiculous.
Look, DDD is honestly, it's doing better than a lot of these decks that were just barely clinging on.
I know, but still 25 points behind. I mean, that's not even there's no competition. Yeah,
we'll be back to top 5 next week.
Yeah, we have 3 decks right now, so we'll see what happens.
DDD is going to be on the tier list.
They got to get at least above 10 points before I make graphics for them. That's all I'm saying.
All right, that's fair.
Yeah. All right, guys, let us know what you think in the comments below.
About the slaughter. Are you ready to accept your new FA overlords?
Because I'm guessing Blue Eyes is going to drop down. Automats is going to drop down. Is this just going to be just pure domination? Who knows? We'll see. There was a tournament today. I'll say this. It was Dark Lords versus Yusenjus. And Dark Lords did not win. I'll say that.
We'll see. Maybe a new hero may arise.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. So let us know in the comments below what you think. Get in our Discord because it's free. The tournaments are free. The new player help is free. Life is over as we know it. We're going to get out of here. I'm Circus. That's Kamal. And we'll see you next time. So hanging in at the 3rd spot again, another week in a row. Automats. Why am I talking like this? Let me start over. All right. Sticking at number 3.